everyone. Again, my name is Danny Vanegas. We were just speaking about, some introductory things and topics, which is the story that I just mentioned, but maybe you're watching this in a replay. And I want to welcome you to our Super Wednesday. Somebody that really cares about you share this information with you, or maybe you are an ambassador with us and you want to share this information with your family and friends so that they can know what Root is all about. Our products, our company, our business model, and not only that, amazing experiences. Now we have our next slide is going to tell you a little bit about more of our company and our vision, and I have the privilege to know an amazing individual, which is Mr. Clayton Thomas, which I'm going to introduce in a little bit. But my name is Danny Vanegas. I'm the Vice President of Business Development, and I would love to talk to you about our company. What is our company all about? Our company was founded on February 2nd of 2020, which is 10 months ago. We're brand new. You can find our website at therootbrands.com. Our company, listen to this, our company has operations in over 50 countries, and our focus is health and wellness. Now, our industry is, we are creating a community that shares within the network. I would love to introduce our next speaker, which he is going to go into depth about our vision and the mission of our company. But we're here for this. We're here for you. We're here for caring for your family. We're here to really provide a solution for your body, for your brain, and also maybe for your finances, because you're gonna listen to our business model that we have behind our amazing products. And I'm very, very blessed to introduce the next speaker. And he is not only an amazing human being, he's a friend, he is a great, amazing husband, he is the father to 5 amazing kids, and four, I'm sorry, I apologize for that. Anyways, but let's welcome Mr. Clayton Thomas, and let's give him just a round of applause. Hi, Clayton.
I got to adopt one more. I'm so excited.
I'm the number 5.
Danny's my new kid.
Thank you, Daddy. Okay.
Don't call me Daddy.
Okay.
That's Dino's role.
Oh, okay.
Hello, family. So I'm so excited to be here today. Let's get the camera so it looks prettier on me because my head's popping off here. This is the fun part with being COVID friendly, I guess. I'm going to take a couple minutes and talk about vision and mission and why you're probably here, and honestly why I'm here. And you'll get to see the biggest reason why I'm here because she's going to talk in a couple minutes. But this is a family event, right? This is what makes Root so fun and so special is everyone here, whether you're watching this on a replay or you're here with us live, welcome to the family, and diversity being the unique aspects. As I remember growing up, I joke with my parents about having a dysfunctional family. And well, my mom always used to tell us that you can't have a dysfunctional family because that assumes that someone is actually functional. So welcome to the family. If you're here, you're a customer, you're a user, you're an ambassador with Root, you are family. So we welcome you. And it was with that concept that we really created Root. And it kind of went in line with 2020 in philosophy, right? Because this has been an interesting year. I think we can all agree upon that. But if you have concepts and you have ideas, sometimes you have to create something new in order to meet your goals. And that is what Root stemmed from. Is my background has been in wellness, has been in consulting, manufacturing, sales, and distribution. And because of the amazing woman that I get to serve, and that is really the architect of everything that I've become, we had to do things a little bit differently. And as a business, the world is changing, right? We know that 2020 has been a year of, some people say reboot, some people say reset, some people say growth and development and an opportunity to expand. And you hear the term innovation, but it's a term that's used, but not often applied. And when we created Root, it was born from products. And as you know, we are very product centric. Our focus is quite simple, right? When all they need to do is clean up the mess. Clean up your system, let your body begin producing the melatonin it's supposed to, and that it wants to. Just have to give it the right opportunity. So some of the recent literature that we're working on, and I'm going to bring the amazing one on to talk more about science, but you hear about antioxidants, you hear about the importance of the microbiome and the gut-brain connection. Well, based on what we're seeing and the science behind both formulas, this is the foundation for creating wellness across every population. Because if you can remove the toxins from your head to your toes, from your gut, from your tissue, from your joints, from your organs, you're eliminating the primary cause. But what's unique about Zero In is some of the ingredients are also, one, very protective, but also regenerative to your microbiome and protecting of your gut. And as you see that, you start to see changes. So what I'm going to do now is, instead of me talking, we're going to have a couple of our family members talk about their experiences. So the first person that I'm going to bring up is Clara Escalante. And Clara will be talking about her experience here.
She's not here.
Really quickly. And if she's not here, then we're going to go to the second one. So let's see if she's with us right now.
Uh-huh.
And she might be having some technical difficulties.
Oh, she's here.
She is here.
Yeah. Well, hi, Lidwin.
Good evening. Hello.
Okay, Leadwin's going to lead then. I should have known.
Let's see.
So we'll throw her on here. And this is what's really important, is it's these experiences that are what you guys get to share.
Okay. Even zien. Yes. Well, I'll try as good as I can in English. Well, I started, I think, 7 months ago in May 2020 with Clean Slate first. I had a lot of good supplements, but I heard about the detox, and when I was young, I was very often sick. I had asthma, and I needed a lot of medication, and I had a lot of amalgam fillings in my teeth. And well, because of all the things I read about heavy metals and influences, I thought I'd give it a try. And what I noticed that when I started to take the drops, they began to taste dirtier and dirtier every day, every week. And I asked my friends, "Do you taste something?" No, they didn't, but I did. And I see you laughing, Clayton. Okay, I had to go a lot to the toilet the first days. But after 4 weeks, I noticed I started to feel calmer. And then I started to add Zero In. And in the weeks that followed, the first weeks, I think the first 2-3 weeks, I didn't notice so much. Then I started to take in the morning 2 zero in. And I've been always a sugar addict. And I have absolutely no craving for sugar anymore. And yeah, I used to take not only 1 cookie, but the whole roll. And not only 1 piece of chocolate, but the whole block. And now I really don't care. The same with coffee and alcohol. I still like it, but I don't feel I need it or if I'm craving it. And I had a tremor in my hands for, well, as long as I know. And that became less. And I never thought of it that it was part of me. But now I feel my hands are so much calmer. My skin is much better. And my belly is not bloated anymore. And I can digest gluten again. So now and then I can enjoy a nice pizza. I had always a lot of problems with my joints, and with my other supplements it became less, but I still had a pain in my big toe joint. And that's really totally gone now. I can walk without pain, and well, that's great. Yes, I'm now 7 months on clean slate and 5 months on zero in. And yeah, I can say I feel calm, relaxed. My head, my thoughts are finally calm. Sleep like a rose. I have lots and lots of energy and joy of life. And I'm 55 now, but I think I feel much, no, not I think, I know, I feel much better than 25 years ago. That's what my testimonial is.
That is
And
so amazing.
Yeah, can I add some more? When people are thinking of trying these products, I would recommend that they at least try it for 3 to 6 months at the minimum, because it also took you years to pollute your body. So don't think of it, you can change that in a few months.
That is one insightful, but so very true. And I want to add a couple of things. One, thank you, because it's great to have you and to watch your experience and some of your posts over the few months. But you hit on a couple things that are so crucial to people. Sugar addiction, right? And if you ask people if they crave sugar and how many people actually realize that they have a sugar addiction and how much of an issue it is. But it's important to understand why. It's due to your body actually craving dopamine and not having means of producing it naturally because of your gut being damaged or destroyed from stress and toxins, that you can't produce the needed neurotransmitters because 90% of those are produced in your gut. If you can produce dopamine and serotonin properly, you don't crave a lot of the chemicals like sugar. It's not a need. The other part is glyphosate, right? Because many people think they have a gluten intolerance. You're not gluten intolerant. When I was growing up, we didn't have gluten intolerance. You didn't have allergies to gluten. But the introduction of glyphosate over the last 40 years and its prevalence has destroyed our microbiome. It's destroyed our gut, which it's wheat, which is one of the primary products that is sprayed heavily with Roundup, which is glyphosate. This destroyed our gut. So people think, or you've been taught to think, that you have gluten intolerance. You don't have gluten intolerance. You're just poisoned. So as you clean up a lot of those toxins, good things can happen. It's the process. So, Leland, thank you. I get to do my favorite thing now. So you got to hear me talk. You get a little bit on the mission, the vision. But now I'm going to introduce you to the reason, the purpose behind all of this. the one thing I live for, the one person I love more than anything else in the world. I love all you guys. I love my kids. This one, I love more than anything I can explain. And I'm going to tell you a quick little story because you have to understand how she functions. And I think this is how women function in general, but you'll see this one's a little bit special. So a couple months ago, this amazing Dr. Christina Rahm decided to take a break, right? Because she's been working her tail off for the last 4 to 5 years, product formulations, speaking in over 80 countries, finishing her postdoc at Harvard in nanotechnology and bioscience engineering. So she decided that she was going to take a little bit of a break. When I take a break, I like to rest. Do you know what she did? 12 patents, 100 or so copyrights, and decided to not just take one postdoctoral program at Cornell University, which is an Ivy League school here in the United States, but she decided to do 2, one in pharmaceutical design and one in nutritional counseling and lifestyle. These are both 2-year programs. Normal people, one of these takes 2 years. Because she was taking a break, she did both simultaneously in 6 months. This is the type of person that we have as part of the family that is the reason we're here. Our formulator, our inventor, the reason we're here because it was through this model and this approach that we know we can give back. And I listened to her. So she told me to do something better, so we had to create something better. So that's Root. So with that, I want to take my favorite time and introduce you to Dr. Christina Rahm. And I want to be up here when she comes up here because she just looks fabulous. So this is my favorite time. My wife, the one person that makes me happier than anything. So you get to talk. I love you. I'm out of here. You guys can listen to her.
First of all, Clayton surprised me this morning with a couple of webinars and Zoom calls I was not aware of. So today you see me in a hat. And when you guys see me in hats, you'll know it's because I don't do my hair. It's very simple. So all of you guys that are women out there and men alike, that's why you see me in the hat. But anyway, thank you so much for inviting me to speak. It's funny. I always hear Clayton say that he loves me and listens to me, and that is not always true. You might ask Dino and Danny or other people that know me. He listens to some of my suggestions, but from a scientific perspective, what had happened was, Clayton and I have been friends for a long time and worked together. And scientifically, I had devoted a lot of my life to biotech and pharma and running healthcare companies. And I had done nutraceutical things, but I really shifted a lot to this area. And a couple of great things happened with that. I'm very thankful for my pharmaceutical background because that helps me work on nutraceuticals as a scientist, because I had years of developing and working on the medical clinical side for working. Danny's making me talk slower, which those of you guys that know me know I talk too fast. But being able to work on pharmaceuticals, the reason that's been a blessing is I've been around a lot of the top universities, top doctors, top labs, top inventors in the world, and they've taught me so much, and I'm very thankful. So because of other people's intelligence and what I've learned, I have stayed in school, but with one mission, and my mission is to help and serve and love. And that sounds like maybe that's not true, and that's not what scientists do, but I'm a scientist that had cancer multiple times, that had Lyme disease, that had a child that did not make it, and another child with cancer that Danny, Dino, Clayton, and obviously they all know really well. And it was a struggle. So for me, it became a mission, and to do a mission, it takes money, it takes time. So I have advocated and stood up and talked and presented all over the world, but with one intention, to be able to help people. And I do believe that nutraceuticals and the root path is how we will help people. I think that being able to be at a company that people support me and love me for who I am, I hope that we as a community do that for everyone. And I'm the scientist and the inventor, but I also work with other people in manufacturing that have helped us with our products, because I don't live in a lab. I do go into a lab and I do create the formulas and the patents and the trade secrets that we actually are thankful for, because we get to have those and we get to use those as a community to help people. So I really wanted to talk a little bit about the root products and go into each one of them so that we could discuss a little bit of knowledge today that can help people when they're using their product. So I have to say, Clean Slate is a product that I really care about, because I feel like it has significantly helped me, my children, and my parents and other people that have had cancer or autoimmune disorders or Lyme disease, because of its ability to go into the body and really target the cells that are sick or not working well. And if you want to know my simple explanation, is because it's able to target the sick cells and leave the good cells alone, it's able to break things apart that can safely go out of the body. And I've been able to work with companies that have done chemotherapy and immunosuppressants, but the issue with that is that when those products were developed, a lot of those products go in and they just destroy everything. So to be able to have a product that can go in and communicate with your cells to get rid of bad things and to help you is fantastic. And I can tell you that throughout my life, there's been a lot of products, as you guys know, that I've worked on, but this is definitely one of my favorites. I think having a brain tumor, a prolactinoma and a syringomyelia, I've told you guys this before, the living a life where I can't think is something I don't want to do. And so I think that, the first step to an autoimmune disorder, the first step to treating cancer, the first step to diabetes is to clean the body if you can, and to really shut the communication down between the bad cells and the good cells. And there's lots of things that do that. And I think the combination of the two products and now the third product that we're launching is the pathway that can do that, because you've got to put different steps in. And I've talked to you guys about this. When I worked on HIV for Bristol Myers Squibb on the medical science side, we understood that you have to put up multiple blockades and you have to change them, and that each person's body's different when it fights a virus. And HIV is one of those viruses that cause a lot of alarm in the communities in the United States and worldwide, and all of your countries as well. And we understand now as scientists that people can live a normal life with HIV as long as they have the right blockades in front of them. And I do know in some countries they use natural supplements, but they also use pharmaceutical products. So Clean Slate is a path that can really help people, but I do want to make sure people understand that it's still only part of the process, because when you're cleaning, detoxing, you also have to supplement. And that was one of the main reasons that we launched, or that they decided, I think, to launch second, the Zero N, because I think I described to you guys there's many products that have been developed, but I think that was a natural progression that I'm very thankful for, because that product with the L-tyrosine and L-theanine and the way that it's made, even with your pine bark and your velvet bean and your caffeine audrageus and the other ingredients, it actually is there to support brain function. But I know I mentioned this before, it's also there to help with people having focus, like people with ADHD, autism, Alzheimer's, and we don't claim to cure any of those. We claim to provide a solution to support the body that can help the body start working correctly or working better. And when I looked into this, and when I started looking at the L-tyrosine and the L-theanine, I understood too that there's a certain amount that most people need. So for example, and I would like to post these articles, so if Danny and Dino and Clayton will be able to post these today, it would be great for you all, because you could have it for your family, friends, and all of you that are scientists and doctors can use it for your patients. are the people that listen to you. But basically, of those ingredients, you need anywhere up to 1,000 milligrams a day, which is kind of crazy, I know. But for an average, like for my body, that's probably what I would need to take. And the thing is, you need to take to really activate that. Some people will definitely need to take more than one of those. Now, I am one of these people that take 1 or 2 of those. But a lot of people will need to get to that higher dose, and here's why. You're impacting norepinephrine, epinephrine, and dopamine. And when you're activating those neurotransmitters and that discussion in the brain, then when you do that, it starts working right. I do want to let you guys know that there's a research study that shows it takes up to 12 weeks in some people for that to work right. And if it doesn't work right, it's usually that they're not at a high enough dose. Another thing they know about those ingredients is that most people do not do well taking those at night. However, I heard what Clayton said, and the reason for that is those 2 ingredients, when they're used, they do help with insomnia. There's NIH studies that show that it really helps with sleep function. In fact, there's post-menopausal studies. There's also postpartum studies when it comes to women that have depression, and also sexual dysfunction studies that show that you do have to get up to the higher milligrams if you're really going to help things like that. Like, let's say you're targeting depression, or you're targeting when after you have a baby and you're just really sad, so or you're going through menopause, you do usually have to get up to a higher dose. They don't recommend that you take more than 1 of, or I don't recommend, and I can't tell you guys how to take it, but if you have those symptoms, typically you wouldn't take more than 1 at night. You would take the rest of those during the day, and you would want to get up to the higher dosing if you're trying to really support your body in reversing something. If you're not trying to, and you just use it for energy, and you just use it for focus and performance, then you don't have to worry about the, taking 4 a day. And some people maybe even take more. I know the recommended dosing, but I did want to talk about the dosing and the weight with you all, because there are specific recommendations. And I know that until now, I haven't really discussed what someone that weighs 120 pounds, it's recommended that they take. But I do have that information, and we will be rolling that out because I think that is important. And again, it's just a guideline of research that you guys can lean on so that you can see what most people that are like you should take. And then you can, and I also will show that if you have an issue like an autoimmune disorder or cancer or something else, what dosing that the literature shows that people should take. Now, those aren't the only 2 ingredients. There's also pine bark and, of course, velvet bean extract and other ingredients that are used in 0N. And I just sent Danny and Dino and Clayton an article that talks about how, again, that does help with postpartum depression, that can help people with seasonal affective disorder. It can also help with insomnia and a variety of other things. And I think that's important because I don't think we've spoken a lot about that, but there are NIH and research studies that show that. And we have engaged different people where we're looking at research in those areas with 0N and with Clean Slate. So those 2 are very important because to be able to think, to enjoy life, to be able to have a healthy relationship with your significant other, to be able to live a healthy life, those 2 products are really fantastic in supporting the body to be the best it can be. Do you know, my last series of classes that I took, the professors at Cornell, and I was talking to Dr. Dory about this week, that's the top nutrition program, arguably, in the United States. And they said that up to 70% of all cancer and autoimmune disorders could be impacted or reversed, could it be impacted positively or reversed with the proper nutrition and supplements and the proper diet and exercise. So that's really important, and we will be showing some of that information as well, which leads me to the 3rd discussion on products. A product is getting ready to be launched, and I don't determine the sales and marketing or anything that has to do with that. I have to look around the room because I don't know what their decision is. But do I do that now, right now? Not Restore? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out what they want to make sure that I'm talking about. So with the new product that's going to be launched is called Restore. And I want to say some things about Restore because to me, it's really important. That has as its top ingredient. So you guys, I had like 17 formulas. I think I told you when it came to Restore. And when it came to Restore, I wanted oregano, I wanted olive leaf, I wanted all these different things in it. And then when we kept looking at the testing and the results, the final path that Root has chosen is a path that I support very much because they're using your raspberry ketones. They're using the ingredients that I love, like resveratrol, curcumin, turmeric. They're also using things like apple cider vinegar. This product is a product that through a lot of research and a lot of data and a lot of sourcing, you all, I know is going to impact people probably as much or more than a clean slate or zero in, because it's the supplement your body needs. And that supplement comes from years of me studying how to make products. If I could pick one product that puts everything in it, because the problem I've had working at other companies has been they have all these different products, but there's not like one product that does like the brain or one product that does detox. And there's not one product that does the restoration into the body and restores the cells back to what they need to be. And that's basically what Restore is. So I'm very happy because if you look at the top ingredient, and we're using 95% curcumin and the cannabinoids, I'm telling you right now, it's extremely important how we source that. So I want to explain this to you guys. When you use something that has the turmeric and curcumin, there's all kinds of stuff you're going to read, but if you really look into it, there's companies that come out with that product that did not source it right or use the right ingredients around it that can actually harm you. However, if it's used correctly, the American Alzheimer's Association, the American Cancer Association, and different groups that are in the science community really say that's a product that not only impacts brain health, like helping with Alzheimer's, Parkinson, ALS, ADHD, things like that. There's lots of research around it, but it also helps with sexual functioning. It also helps with sleep. It also helps with activity, and it also helps the body fighting off autoimmune. However, if made incorrectly, it can actually harm the body. So for someone like me with my weight, I should take, if I don't have any medical issues, I should take about 250 milligrams of that a day. And so to do that, but if I do it, I need to take the right kind of turmeric curcumin. And so that's why it's one of the top ingredients along with resveratrol in this particular ingredient. And another thing I paid particularly close attention to when I made this product was monk fruit and D-ribose, because my focus in class at Cornell was on diabetics and hypertension, as well as hypoglycemia. And then also I had a focus on cardiovascular health. And so I wanted a product that would be able to really impact those. And we know through the studies that if you have those ingredients used together collectively and with turmeric, then it absolutely impacts not just Alzheimer's, but we know now brain diseases in general. And we also know that turmeric curcumin used with other ingredients can actually, they think, maybe help reverse different types of cancer or help you not get cancer in the first place, which to me, as you guys know, being a cancer survivor is very, very important. So the product is phenomenal. I took Dino and Danny aside and said, listen, this product is something that is going to be extremely needed and extremely used by a lot of people. I did use a lot of roots in the product, and the reason I did that is I love seeds, I love plants, I love oils, but I also like using the root because there's certain things in the root of a product that can do things that a seed can't do or a plant can't do or an oil. Yes, they all work together, but I did choose certain products that have the root in almost all of our products that I'm producing. And I wanted to make sure that I brought that up. I did also use black cumin seed oil. As you guys know, I love the oils and I do love black cumin seeds. So it is absolutely a combination of my favorite ingredients that work collectively together so that if someone needs to take a packet a day to really help them, they can, or to support their system. I do want to say this because I've told people this. If you're sick, you might need more of that. If you have cardiovascular issues, you might need more of that, or cancer, or Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's, or depression, things like that, because the ingredients used in that also complement Zero In. However, a typical person like me, I can take 1 packet a day or even every other day. And I want to make sure that I tell you all that because it's such a strong product. You'll see when you start using it, it's amazing. And I chose, there's 3 grams of sugar. So just so you guys know, a diabetic man should have 38 grams of sugar typically a day. A female, anywhere from 25 to 28, sometimes 30 grams of sugar. But it's the type of sugar that really impacts hypoglycemia and impacts diabetes. And so I chose the D-ribose, but I chose mushrooms to be used as a D-ribose, knowing that that type of sugar and what's used in that is very healthy for people. And then I chose monk fruit, which is something that is also very healthy for people. That is something that you need in your body that has good effects. In fact, I want to go back to this, and you guys have probably heard me speak about D-ribose, but I don't know if you know, taking the right amount of D-ribose is actually proven by multiple research projects or studies to actually stop oxidative stress. So it goes into your body, supports the cells, and stops the inflammation and the oxidative stress, which is why it is important to use that particular ingredient as well as to activate the different type of formulas that I used within that. And I'm the last person to say that I have the only formulas, but I will say I took the 30 years of experience as a scientist to make sure that you guys have the best products possible. And I think the reason Root has flourished so much is it started as a company with people dedicated to just doing the right thing. And anytime you do the right thing, you're going to be attacked. People are going to criticize you. But if you're a leader, if you're a strong person, you can handle that because there's a mission to really have the best life possible, not just for you, but for your children and for your families. And while I love the fact that Clayton says I'm special, and I love the fact that he says I'm unique, you guys, each of you are just as unique and special as I am. I'm not any better than anyone else, and that's a fact. And so I am so excited about this community that we're each bringing our unique special traits that are so important to this community so that we can support each other and we can be strong and stand up for what's right and stand against what's wrong. So I think both are very important. It's important to get rid of the bad cells. It's important to stand up against what's wrong. It's important to supplement your healthy cells and make them strong. I want you guys to think of it as this. As a parent, you would never dream of never giving your child a bath or never making sure they're clean, ever. You want to make sure your kids have the best life possible. It's one of the things you do every day. So make sure your kids have products that do that for them in their lives, that it cleans their inside of the body, because it's a lot more important than cleaning the outside. And then make sure you feed those kids with the best thing possible, and Restore is something that gives you a unique product that has never been developed and not in the way that was developed by us, that can really supplement them so they're not hungry, so that their cells get everything they need so they can thrive in life. Because your kids, your parents, your friends, you deserve to have the best life possible. And the rest of it's noise. Because if you can focus on doing the right thing for you and your families, then everything will be great. And I think this for me is something that I'm extremely excited about to bring, because you guys are going to have a product that can really impact. Next time we'll talk about the aloe vera and the apple cider vinegar that's in it, because those are also very important. But I did want to focus on a few particular ingredients and all that. And then what I'm doing, like I said, is I've already sent Danny and Dino and Clayton the different articles that you guys can have, and then I'll write short things around it. Another last thing I want to say is Tufts University, which you guys probably know is one of our top universities. It's associated with Dartmouth. Tufts University had a study that showed that if you use the right amount of turmeric curcumin at the right source, that it actually does get rid of fat deposits in the body and body fat. So that's another article I think you guys will want to see. And then there's another one that looks at pine bark and also looks at curcumin, and it looks at sexual dysfunction, L-theanine, another article, and one where they even put it topically on and I apologize for saying this, but I don't know what else to call it as a scientist, the penis, to make sure that then it works when used topically. And it's a great article because they even have one with rats and they have one with animals that show the same effect when it comes to sexual functioning, sleep, and fat in people. So I think you guys are going to be extremely excited to see those and read those. But remember, and I mean this, going out, and you can look this up, going out and just buying any turmeric or curcumin, and you don't know the scientist, you don't know the source, you don't trust the company, you have no idea, and it can actually have bad effects on your body unless it's made the right way. So I encourage everyone to make sure that they go out there and do that. And then finally, I think we're good. You want me to talk about the international. So the International Science Nutrition Society, and I've asked a couple of you guys to help me with that, is a society that is really established so that we can really handle overall science as a society. And that society is offered free to Root. So if a Root member goes to the site and logs on, they will have a free membership. It's $19.95, but we're trying to really grow that because through the society, you guys are going to get additional supplementation that you can share in your communities that can help you with your business, that can help you with your jobs. It can help really explain different information when it comes to nutrition, pharmaceutical products, nutraceutical products, and research and science, because you guys deserve to know everything and not just part of things. And so do your friends and families and the people that you work with. So just giving them a small piece of knowing about a seed or a plant or knowing about a pharmaceutical product isn't enough. What we need to do is show science and nutrition on everything. And that's what we're doing in the society. So I'm very excited to be able to work with you guys. Please go on and join for free. I know that, I don't know we've done the translation yet, but we'll make sure that we do that. But if you can follow the slides, you get a 1-year free membership. And that way you guys are going to get the results of what we're getting ready to do and what we are already doing in research over in Europe and in the United States. So it's very exciting to be able to offer it to you guys. If you ask me what's my favorite thing to do, you guys probably know I love science and I love working with people that also love science, but my favorite thing to do is to work with people by loving them and helping them and supporting them and giving them the right information. And you guys, during this time with COVID, with political agendas, with all these different countries arguing and everything happening, I hope that we create a peaceful environment where we learn and grow, where we laugh and cry, where we're people. My first degrees were in psychology, and I understand it's hard to be out there, but I can tell you this, the products that you have are not just going to help your body's health, they're going to help your mental, your emotional, your overall spiritual health by impacting things through different neurotransmission, as well as the communication within the body. And that's a dream for me, that we can go to people and they don't have to be on Prozac or Paxil or Zoloft. Those are great products, but if we can prevent those products, because those products have a lot of side effects, that is something that we can really do as a community to help people. So I'd love for you guys to be a member of the society. Whether you're a member or not, we're friends either way, but it is something that you guys get to have for free. And hopefully Root will let you guys have next year for free as well. But I do want you guys to go on and join. We have great newsletters that are coming out, and the articles that I just talked about, I will do short summaries. I will also give those, like I said, to Danny and Dino, but it will be more explanation that are in the newsletters. So thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate this opportunity. This company is here because of you all. I want you to know this. I went through a lot the last year. We all did. And my life is not, better or worse probably than any of you. It's been a really hard year. Families have worried about money. And look, as parents or people or daughters or sons or friends, you have to have money to support your families. I say it all the time. if you don't have a job or a business, or you don't do things that make money, you can't support your family. But what a luxury it is to be part of a community where we love and accept each other for who we are. And we also are bringing products that help people. I'm just very thankful for the opportunity, because a lot of companies produce products that, and I've been a part of it, where I lose control of, I don't even know what they put in the product anymore, or they change the sourcing. And I can assure you with these products that has not happened. And with the people behind the scenes that are involved, it won't happen because of the dedication they have to you. You know, I'm sure you know that. Your group that's here is dedicated to you. And as a scientist, I am as well, and as a person. So thank you for the opportunity to get to know you guys, and I hope to get to know you even better. Thank you. And who comes next? Is it Dino or Danny? Oh, I get to introduce him. Yeah, she probably wants to introduce him. Do you want to introduce him with me?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
All right. So we're introducing Dino, who she knows a lot better than I do.
Yes, thank you, Christina, so much for all the information, all the knowledge. And as Christina was saying, this company is here for you. And we have amazing products, as you heard it, from somebody that already went through a lot, like health-wise. So you can trust that our inventor, from our products inventor, she knows what some of you are going through. And we have amazing products, but we're gonna go to one side of our business model that we would love for you to know, because we have great products. There's some people here that are free users. You're still thinking about buying some of our products. Now you know that who's behind it, Dr. Rahm. Now, we have also another part, because we're here to help you with your brain, your body, and also maybe with your finances. And this might not be for you, and that's okay. You can stay and still listen and share this information. But we would love to introduce one, amazing individual, which I love very much, but as well, as an entrepreneur, he's a co-founder of Root. And he's gonna talk about the business model that many of you are already a part of. Maybe you're a customer and you really like our products. And we have an amazing person behind the science. And we also want you to know that you can take your products at a discounted price if you apply some of the principles that Mr. Nadalko is going to show you, or you can supplement your income. There are many more, there are a lot of people are looking into this type of model. So with that said, Christina, thank you so much. And we're going to introduce Mr. Dino Nadalko all the way down from Slovenia. He's here with us. Welcome, Dino. Welcome.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Those of you guys who know me a little bit, that I don't like any of those, introductions and all those kind of things. I was just listening there. I was like, let them just finish, because, I just want to come here and share a few things with you guys, so you can also get some more information on Root, what we are. Also, you already heard amazing information from Dr. Christina Cook when it comes to the science, when it comes to the products, as well from our founder, Mr. Clayton Thomas, when it comes to the vision and actually why the company is here and why it was founded. And as well, Danny already said a few things when it comes to where are we going and so on. And she's going to also add a few more things after I'm done with my part. Anyway, I want to take few minutes just for every one of you to understand a little bit where are we coming from and why are we here. First of all, I've been entrepreneur over the last 6 years. Before that, really being still kind of like very business minded, although I was beside my study, I was doing some work as well as on and on. But on the other side, for the last 6 years, I was really focused on being able to help people all around the world and see the breakthroughs and help them to understand why it's important to take life in your own hands. And before I go into, you can see a few things on your screen as well, but before I go into those details and tell a little bit more about those ones, what I want you guys to understand is, let's stop for a minute and let's let's think about where we are right now, okay? It doesn't matter if you're listening to that just right now because you might want to use the product, or you might want to just try the product or just be a customer or something like that. But what is important is we have to realize how much world is changing so fast, right? I'm sure that every one of you know what is happening all around us. On the other side, we can see that because of so much change happening around the world, there has never been a better way of people staying at home and trying to do something, right? People has been at home, you know, really like depressed, if we can say so, because they couldn't go to work, they couldn't go and visit their friends and family. They were bored. Like, I know a lot of my friends, they're actually at home and they're bored. They don't know what to do because, first of all, they can go anywhere. They have nothing to do at home when it comes to the business or something like that. So if you just go and understand that over the last few months, when you go to Google and search, for example, work from home, these specific words has been searched like multiple and multiple times more than ever before, because people are just trying to see what they can do. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about our business model as well is because we are a customer-based company, okay? And we will always be customer-based company, which means our major goal is to take care of our customers and make them as happy as possible. From product side, from the science, from all the testimonials, experiences. On the other side, when it comes to how to be the best, when it comes to deliver the products at the right time with the best customer experience, and all those kind of things, right? But here's the important part. Now, let's say that you like the product and you already tried the product, or you're gonna try the product for the first time. But then on the other side, what about if someone tells you that you can get your specific product? Whatever you want to decide to buy it every month or to buy it, every year twice or whatever, it's your goal, it doesn't matter. What about if you can get those products cheaper on discounted rate, or maybe even for free, just by sharing this with some of your friends and family members, right? So our business model is just made the way that it helps you to help other people. See what I'm saying? So I've been traveling a lot over the last few years. Specifically, I've been a lot into Africa, and as well as around Europe, and also like in North America and so on. And what I've noticed over the last years, that there's a lot of people who don't need opportunity. They have it. They are happy with where they are, and they just need to have good nutrition and use the products, right? But on the other side, I have seen how much better this world would be if some would be able to tap into any kind of opportunity to help other people. One of my mentors told me in the beginning, he said, it is not hard to make an impact in the world. Just choose something that is gonna help a lot of people and share it around the world, right? Solve the problem, solve the whatever it's happening, and try to help everyone to be better. So when it comes to our business model, what I wanted to talk to you guys here for the next few minutes is how are we set up, okay? So first of all, you can go to our website, therootbrands.com. And when you come to the website, therootbrands.com, you're gonna see it's a very simple, informative website that also have the web shop there. That is all what it is, right? It's like a web shop. So now when you create your own free account, pay attention to what I'm telling to you. It's free account, which means we are not here to charge you anything for creating your account, to set up your account, or having your own web shop link or something like that, nothing. Because we are 100% customer-based community. That is why every single person who creates their account and wants to order products, they're just customers. Everyone is a customer, which on the other side gives you opportunity to try the product, right? But now what I said before is, what about if you have few of your friends who also wants to try the products? And here's where we come in with our business model. We said, instead of everyone buying from the company and company making money, what we have done is basically we have created a model that over 47% of the sales that company is producing on a daily, monthly, yearly basis, and so on, is going back to our what we call sharing partners or ambassadors. Okay, so it's as simple as that. What about if you share this with 2 or 3 and you just get your products instead of, you pay, I don't know, let's say $150 for 2 of the products, you might just need to pay 90 or 80 or 70 or something like that. So that is the whole principle of our business model. And I want you to understand, as you can see a few things here on the screen, I'm not gonna go into the details, that's why they're on the screen. But what is really important to understand is that we are here to help other people. And on the other side, opportunity is everything. But what about if you don't have access to the opportunity? Then it's hard, right? Like some of us are searching for opportunities all the time. But then even when we find opportunity, then we need to evaluate this opportunity. Why is this opportunity here? Is that good? Does it have the solid ground? All those different kind of things. And what I want you to consider over the next minutes here, as I am giving you some of those facts here, is first of all, what about the company? How is the company doing, right? First of all, are the people who are involved in the company, is the leadership of the company, are the founders, are the owners of the company solid human beings, right? First of all, you have to consider that because it's very important. The second thing, are the products of the company something that is making the difference, right? Ask yourself, are the products that you heard today from Clean Slate to Zero In, and you already heard, you got a treat today, right? You already heard about the third product, which is coming out soon, and it's called Restore. Are those products here to make the difference, right? Did they make the difference in your life? Or did they make the difference in your friends and your family lives? If they did, that means you have something you should probably share forward, because you shouldn't be selfish and hold it for yourself if you know that you can help more people. The second thing, if you consider, so that means you consider the company, you consider the products. The third thing is, what about the support? Is there any support available to you? Like, think about it for a second. Do you get extra product trainings to understand what are the products, how you can take them, how your friends and family members can take them? If not, it's a little bit harder. So at that point, I would invite every one of you to go to our YouTube channel. Just go and browse for the Root Brand YouTube channel. We have an amazing channel with a lot of content, with hours and hours of different topics, different talks, different explanations. Basically, anything you have when it comes to the questions right now, I can guarantee you, if you go through step by step, you're gonna get all the answers from those questions, okay? So this is also important part. And then the last part I wanna talk here as well when it comes to our business model is what I said before. How is the opportunity accessible to other people? And I mentioned to you before, I've been traveling all around Africa. And I'm just giving you an example right now. But you know what I found traveling all around these countries? People are hungry for opportunity. And even when they find opportunity, the question is, can they afford it? Right? Can they afford it? Can someone say, do I have $200, $300, $500, or $1,000 to start my business? I can tell you right now, if you wanna consider everyone to be able to be a part of this community, you have to have something that is for free. And this is what we have here in Root as well. No one doesn't need to pay anything to get started, even if they have intention going forward to even be our own ambassadors and share this forward. But like I said, they become customers and they can share this forward, right? So those are some of the things I wanted to share with you guys here, just for you to understand why are we here, right? And why are we here, not just a traditional company. You know, Root Wellness could be just a normal traditional company with amazing products. And we could just simply have, like we said, we could just have these products available in stores from different big stores all around the world, and you would go to the store as a customer and buy the product. But in that case, are we really empowering people? We do from one little site, but not the entire. We don't empower people from different sides, which means we can give them better feelings, better health, better better opportunity. But on the other side, also they can also plug in and grow by themselves and become entrepreneurs, right? So I want you to understand that, consider that when it comes to you understanding why Root is a business model by itself as well. And very important, once again, to understand, this is not that everyone is going to do it. But what is important as well is, what about if you right now is in the situation that you're going to ask yourself, you know what, maybe extra discount on my products would be bad for me, right? Or maybe even, you know what, I would just like to pay off my car payment every single month just by sharing with 3 or 4 or 5 customers. And the great thing about it is, once you have those few customers, and they are actually, many of them are going to keep sharing forward anyway. But even if they don't, even if you just keep using the products, you're going to keep also getting your rewards, which is going to help you to, like I said, maybe pay your mortgage, maybe to pay your electricity bill or whatever, right? Different kind of things. So anyway, I hope you got a little bit more information on that when it comes to why we are here. Before we move forward and before we go to the last part of what we have for you guys here today, is I would like to call up 2 of the individuals that are actually gonna just take a minute or 2 and share with us, just with the things I shared with you right now. How did they saw that, Root have great products, that they can use them, but on the other side, how did they saw that they can also share this with others and help other individuals, right? Do we have, let's see if we have Mike Galliard from the Netherlands here first. We're gonna start with Mike, if Mike is here. And then we're gonna go to the next one. Let's see. Mika, can we hear you? Just give us a second. Let's see. We can get Mika on. Okay, we are working on it. Just give us a second. Mika, if you can try to unmute yourself. Try.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
you're unmuted.
Do you
Yes,
hear me now?
we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, hello. My name is Mieke Galjaard. I'm 63 years young, and I'm from the Netherlands. And I was 90 years old and the youngest female entrepreneur here in the Netherlands. And yes, I was being successful. I had my own jewelry shops and my own label on the market with bags. But I had invested in my shops more than $500,000 in that time. And I grew so fast in my success that I have brought in partners, and that was my biggest mistake. The result of that was, after 3 months, we closed the company. This was 10 years ago, and yes, I was too young to do nothing, but I never want my own business again. This has cost me such much negative energy. So I started the network marketing for about 4 years ago, first with another company, but I let them go. When I was asked with Stephanie 8 months ago to try something new and different, and with some knowing networks, Dino and Danny, and the signs from people, Crystal and Clayton, I said yes. Yes to Root. And now after 8 months and 14,000 people in the company, I'm glad I did this. I started with Root, immediately noticed the simplicity from the sharing business, and I earn money in the first month. I get paid each day. This was absolutely amazing. And no investing money. And we can do business in 50 countries. What I love on Root is we are a big family, and if I have questions, I get help from everybody. So I don't have to do it on my own. I'm so thankful for this. Helping people with a struggle and their health is my greatest passion. and I want to be a great leader to take people along with my path as a trainer and a health coach. And this is the time to start, because everybody knows this year was a bad year for everything, and a lot of people have no jobs anymore. And I think that we can do the business very easy, online, but also offline. And if you start and you have 2 customers, yeah, you are an ambassador, and please join the club, join Root, because we are one big family, and I love to be here and I love to be part of this journey. So thank you very much for listening for me.
Thank you so much, Mika. Thank you so much for sharing your own experience. And I'm gonna bring also another one here in a second. But before we do that, before we get Nicola here, Nicola Sherlock. Nicola, are you here? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So I'm just gonna give the microphone over to you, Nicola. If you wanna share your own experience, just go ahead.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So this came to me in the most magical of ways. I had no idea. It completely changed my life. I created a post on Facebook. This is back in August, about the pineal gland, and I had no idea about Root at that time. And a friend of mine, gosh, that I've known for over 20 years, made a comment on the post, and Sandy came onto that post and helped him out, brought him over to the website, and he made a purchase. And I received my first little monetary blessing. It was amazing. And Sandy showed me, and I was like, whoa, that's incredible. And I'd just like to say thank you to Sandy as well, because like when he saw that post and he decided to come in and help my friends, it was just fantastic. So he's my referrer. So Sandy, thank you. We then, Clayton, Sandy and myself, we came together and we did a conversation that I put up onto my YouTube channel, and everything just blew up. It was just incredible. I went from being a complete newbie in the company and not even an ambassador to hitting silver in 5 days. And that absolutely blew me away. I couldn't believe it. I was just so astounded. And then it was just listening to everybody's results, being part of the community, feeling the life and the love and all the light. It's just been absolutely incredible. And I have continued on with my success. And it's helping me so much, because not only do I take the products and I feel amazing for taking them, I can support my children in a way that I could before. I can pay my rent without worry, and my bills and things like that, because this brings me a monetary compensation that just really helps and supports me. So it's financial, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's a huge I think everybody in the world should be on this, because we're just lighting up the whole world with this. It's really incredible. So I say thank you so much for the opportunity. It does feel like family. You guys really, really care about us, and that's, you know, you're so patient, so humble. You answer our questions. You're always polite. You're always kind. I could not be with a better company, and I will not be leaving this one, Ellie. So thank you so much, and I'm just really looking for future holds. Thank you
so much, Nicola, for that. Thank you so much. Before we close down, and before we go to the last part of this specific session that we have today here, I just wanted to say a few more things. First of all, thank you once again to Mika and to Nicola, but also to everyone else. I know that we could take these testimonials over the next probably 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, based on how many of you guys are here that have the experience from it, right? But on the other side, I'm just gonna say a few more things here. We as a company are here to try to support you as much as we can, every one of you, when it comes to the products, when it comes to the entrepreneurial way that you decide to go, right? Because we are also learning every single day. But on the other side, we have been ready and we have been going through a lot of learning process over the last few years so we can share this experience with everyone else. I'm gonna tell you one thing, and note this down, please. We are not perfect, and we will never be perfect because there is always something that you can do better, right? But I'm gonna tell you another thing is we are here to work hard. We are not afraid to work hard. We are not afraid to make mistakes. We're gonna make a lot of mistakes we already made a lot of mistakes, and we're gonna make more and more mistakes as we go forward. But we are trying to learn on every single mistake and just make it better. To improve the community, to improve your experience with our products, with being able to get as soon as possible, to get in as possible, and so on. I would say thank you from everyone of us, from the side, from my for all the things you guys, because it's a collaboration. I always say, like, people don't see really win needs to be in the same boat. There is no one boat and the other boat, because that doesn't go together, right? You always have to be standing in the same boat, and you always have to go in the same direction, because if you have two boats, one can go left, one can go right, and that's usually doesn't end up well. So anyway, as we are getting to the last point of today, and I really want you to listen to that over the next few minutes, because it's going to help you to understand a little bit more, again, why we are here and why it is here. And to do that, I would really like to bring up an individual that you already heard about from the beginning, but you know, I would just like to say a few words about it, because many times I would say it is not pretty much seen. You know, sometimes they say when you see the successful athlete, everyone just see all this diamond shining, all those kind of things, and the success, and you know how successful they are. But 98% of people, or even more, they don't see how hard are they working from the back in order for them to be able to be where they are. And this is the person that is also, I can probably say, it's also my better half, and being able to work together, being able to grow together, and you know, work on so many different things, from the family side to the business side, to just, you know, putting everything together. Like I said, you know, many times we just, like, you know, most of the people don't see how much work it has to be done in the back to be able to help as much as we can. So I would really like you guys to you know, to appreciate her as well, because she's doing amazing job from all other things, you know, connecting the things together. And she's gonna be here, that she's gonna tell you a little bit more about the timing and a little bit more about why we are here, and also, like, you know, some of the facts to conclude this specific event that we have here for you today. So please help me welcome my better half, Danny Vanegas here.
Thank you, Dino. Thank you so much. And as you heard, all of our speakers, we have something special. Before we go any further, I would love to tell you a story. It was probably over 10 years ago where I found myself in a situation that was not very positive. I had lost my job. I was, you know, without the ability to really provide for my family. I was struggling even to put gas in my car. I was struggling to even just know what I was going to eat the next day. And, you know, most of you haven't experienced that, but some of you that could relate to that, you know, that is not fun. Plus, you know, add that I was not having my best self health-wise. So I found a solution a while back. And, you know, not only health-wise, you know, but also, you know, through a business model like what you just heard. And I was able to not only get better on my health, but, you know, to help people around the world just find, you know, an extra $50, extra $60, $100 or euro, whatever your currency is, to just help my family. But, you know, it was through health and wellness. It was through just bettering people's life. I'm going to tell you something about timing. Maybe you are in a position where you just want to try our products. Maybe you just are not sure, and that's completely fine. maybe you really don't care so much about, getting extra income or getting, just discounts. That's fine. But you can pass this over to somebody that was right there like me, that I was, I had to go even through my kids' little piggies where they put some coins to purchase gas, which is this is how bad it was. So by sharing this information, by just not being selfish and say, hey, I found something that might be good for my niece, for my son, for my mom, for my dad, not only health-wise, but you can help other people to become better financially. This could be really great. Now, why am I going to talk about timing? Because, you might find yourself in a situation like I was, but there are certain facts. Number one, we have great products. Products that could help you, could help your family, could help your kids. And why not? Could help people that that they are struggling with their health. Number two, we have a solid, unique business model. For those of you that would love to just take this to another level and get some extra income. We have a growing community that is not always only just providing information, but also is helping other people. Because when you go into our communities, you will see that there are people just sharing their experiences, because, you might have some issues with insomnia or, depression, or just like, your legs might not be at their best. Like me, I used to struggle with, my legs that would swell and that would hurt. And you can share that information inside of our groups. So we're continuously growing, and we also have the right support. So you not only have products, you have a unique model, but you also have, a growing community, as I was saying, support. Our company leadership has over 50 years in experience from health and care, from business side. It's just incredible. You can count on us. You can count on the company, because most companies fail within the first 2 years. Our company has been here for 10 months already. And it's not only growing little by little, it's growing really, really fast, 5,000% growth. And it's because of you, those of you that are just making it happen, sharing with more people. And more and more people, I want to share this statistic and just note it down. Over 60% of the population around the world, it doesn't matter where you live, they're looking for an additional source of income. They're looking for it. They're not only looking for getting their health, in a better position, which all of us are, because what we're facing right now, we don't want to die. We don't want to get sick. We don't want to be there. So what is that you're doing right now to improve your health, to improve your finances? Maybe you are there like, I was, a couple years ago, like broke. Or maybe somebody that's broke, but not only broke, but they're not healthy. They're in pain. They have certain issues. You could help them. You could help them, because timing is everything. Now we have everything combined, and you have it all. You can just take all of this information and just give it to your friends. Give the gift of health, the gift of wealth to your friends, to your loved ones. Timing is important, because this opportunity that you're hearing about our products, how to better your health, is going to pass you over. If you don't take it right now, that's fine. But somebody else is going to know about a root. Maybe your neighbor, maybe your cousin, and they're gonna be like, hey, I have this great product. And then you're gonna remember, I heard about it a couple months ago, and I never took action. I'm going to invite you to today, take an inventory of your health, take an inventory of your finances. And if you think that you need to do something better to improve it, now is the time to do it, because our company is getting more and more people in our community. And you're not only getting all the support and the amazing business model, but more important, you're getting a community that's going to help you. You're getting a solution for your health, for your finances, for that stress level that you probably can't take anymore. So I'm going to invite you today to take action, but not just any type of action. Just go, if you really want to make it serious about your health, go and get our products. Go and try them. And give us your experience. If you also want to create an extra source of income, go massively. Go back to the person that got you to this information and tell them, hey, how can I start? How can I just experience what Mickey or Lidwin, in their body, or Nicola in their finances? How can I experience that? How can I get better? How can I have more of life, more of love, more of health, more of wealth? Because wealth is not only about money, it's an entire thing, and we can help you. Create your free social sharing account now. Get back to the person that invited you to this information, and I'm going to guarantee you that you're not only going to love our products, but you're going to share this with more people, because once you love it, you're not going to stop talking about it, because you need to try it for yourself. Now, to close this event, I would love to bring Mr. Dino, my better half, to just give us a couple words, and we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. And we also have our founder, Mr. Clayton Thomas. We're gonna wrap this up.
Family picture.
Family's here.
See, I get my kid. See, this is part of the family here, right?
Yes.
My crazy hair.
Family picture, right?
That's right. And I think the one cool part is if you're on the chat, which I've been for a bit, watching and participating, this is what family looks like. This is what diversity looks like. We're in 60 countries, but here's the interesting part when we look at opportunity and timing that Danny was just touching on. There's 14,000 people in 60 countries. And here's the thing. We know this stuff works. I think you guys, you're here, you know this stuff works.
Yeah.
No one knows about 14,000 people in 60 countries. So when you, in COVID, not just in 10 months, this is the crazy part, right? Because when we were creating the concept for Root, we didn't know COVID was coming.
Nope.
Because if that was the case, we would have done the same thing. Because we're crazy. Kinda. Crazy smart. You saw Christina talk. Wicked smart. But I think from a timing perspective, I mean, this is an opportunity. It's the season of giving, right? It's holiday time. This is my favorite time of the year. Of, in the United States, we have Thanksgiving, and then we have all of the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's supposed to be a time to celebrate with your family and, be thankful. And here in the United States, we focus on giving gifts. And it's always been one thing that's one of my favorite times a year with my family, because the ability to give gifts means you're taking the time to be thoughtful of conversations, of feelings, of another person, whether it's your family or your friends, right? Because if you're going to give a good gift, you have to pay attention. And we honestly have the ability to give the gift of health and happiness. And happiness comes in a capsule, which is so fun. And biochemically, it's true.
Yeah.
It's better living through biochemistry. And to have, Dino here, Danny. I mean, Dino moved from Slovenia. Danny moved from Mexico, and then from a country called Texas.
Yeah.
It's its own country.
Yeah. Everything's
But
big in Texas.
to have family come together, and to have all of you here. And if you're new here, welcome. We love you. And if you've been with us for a little bit, you probably don't love me as much as someone new, because you get to know me a little bit, and you're going, that one's a little bit off. But just to say thank you. We love you guys, and continue to share, because that's all you have to do. And we took the negatives out of the process, right? You don't have to sell anything. You just get to share amazing results and the opportunity to have fun. Because here's the thing, you're not going to see me be too serious, because why should we be? Honestly, at the end of the day, it's important to have fun, right?
Exactly.
If you're not having fun, don't do it. And health and happiness, how many people do you see be really serious when they're happy? I mean, do you? And you're often serious.
Very serious.
So, I mean, she's like, I'm very serious. But then she smiles and you go, oh, that's the real you. And so, welcome. Hopefully this has been insightful, but here's the honest truth. Root wouldn't be what it is without this guy. Dino's amazing.
It's a teamwork.
To have him here, and he doesn't like to talk about himself and how amazing he is and all those kinds of things, which is his favorite phrase, which I love tracking how often he says it. I'm going to get him a t-shirt that says I'm amazing and all those kind of things. But the ability to have family all over the world, and every day, and hopefully you guys have the opportunity to do this, because every day I go through some of our social media groups and I get to read about the experiences people are having from using these products. And that's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with building a social sharing community and a business and all the money. It's all about products and making changes. And
Yes.
if you share with just one person and you get feedback from them to say, hey, I had these issues and I don't anymore. And man, I wasn't feeling very good. I don't have this stress anymore. I feel amazing. And I cannot thank you enough. Just once. That's a ton, because you're able to touch one person. But here's the fun part. If you do one, you can probably do more than one. And to be able to be rewarded in more than just one way, because hearing thank you and hearing the stories is invaluable, right? Because we get to take that with us. When we leave this world, and depending upon your philosophy, where you get to go, and if you get to have a conversation at the gates to see if you can get into the next party, and you ask, what did you do? You're like, hey, I got that one. I helped one person, did some cool stuff. You can just rack up good karma. But you also get rewarded for sharing. And what makes this so unique, because we did this intentionally, that if you help a couple people and you teach them, hey, you know what, if you like this stuff, just tell your friends. And they do that, and then their friends do that, and their friends do that, and their friends do that. It doesn't just create pennies. It creates dollars. And then it creates dollars with commas. And people like to see dollars with commas. So, thanks for being here. Thanks for taking the time. We love you guys. And happy holidays. And 'tis the season to be giving. So share the gift of health and happiness with your friends and your family. There's your families here too.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care.
And we'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.